Hey, we're shaking homies. Today we're going to take a look at the YoYoJam BigYo 2. So this is a really old yo-yo, and I just thought it's like one of the most unique things in my collection, and so why not make a video on it? So you can't even buy this anymore, or maybe you can still find them somewhere. I don't know. I highly doubt it. But it's basically like a giant yo-yo. It's like bigger than an off-string yo-yo. Here's it next to, a modern yo-yo, and it's made out of this like I don't know what type of plastic this is, but it's it's kind of like flexible. It's actually glow in the dark, but it's just like a giant, oversized yo-yo, and it's a responsive yo-yo. The bearing it uses is freaking huge. Like, it's just bigger than any bearing I've ever seen. Like, it's bigger than a C bearing by quite a bit. Like, here, let me show you my Magic Air Katana here, and then just like look at the size of the bearing difference. Like, it's crazy. But it still has a real small gap. A lot of people would make shims out of things like playing cards and stuff. Like I remember I did that back in the day, but they wouldn't last that long. Like after a couple hours of play, you'd have to replace them. And I just started using it stock. I use it more for like a 1A responsive yo-yo, or sometimes I'll use it for off string. Actually, I haven't really used this thing much in a long time. I had to the bearing was all rusted. I had to clean it with mineral spirits and stuff to even get it to spin. So we'll see how this goes. This yo-yo, I've had this yo-yo for I don't know, 15 years. Like when this yo-yo came out, it was like when the Duncan Freehand 1 was out, and it is a really old yo-yo. Way back in the day, Tommy Gunn made a video using this thing, and he was doing like spirit bombs on it and stuff that I just can't even comprehend how he got the yo-yo to fit through, like the little triangle and stuff. One thing is it is very hard to snap start because it's so big. It's like really awkward, and then it also kind of it's kind of like bendable. You can still do it. But yeah, this yo-yo is like totally responsive. It's kind of like that in-between ground where it's not super responsive, but it's not unresponsive. Like when it's spinning slow, you got to do like a little bit of a bind. Because of the small string gap, though, it really slows down quite easy when you put a couple layers like that. Some tricks are pretty much impossible to do on here. Like even something as simple as let me think, just like a regular green triangle. See, it just snags it because there's too much string in there. And but I mean, for what it is, it's actually a really fun yo-yo. I wish another company would come out with a yo-yo, a big yo-yo like this, like a really just obnoxiously big yo-yo. This was kind of like when it came out with it's kind of supposed to be like a novelty yo-yo, but that you could actually use. Whip tricks and stuff you could do them on here, but they're really hard to do without it snagging back. You gotta be, whoop. That time it didn't snag on me, but it snagged when I threw it back out. But yeah, you can do them. It's just you gotta be really smooth, especially with the dismounts, or they'll snag pretty darn easy. But it's a really fun yo-yo. Like if you want to learn Eli hops, it's so easy to do it on here. Or even just learning getting good at catching the yo-yo on the string for trapeze and just practicing going back and forth, doing stuff like that. It actually can make it a lot easier. Doing anything too crazy on here though is kind of anything where you got more than one layer of string is really difficult. You can still do some things, but even right there, it died out real quick. And that's just because the small string gap. It actually used to have black O-rings, like the old school YoYoJam O-rings, and they were really big, and it made the string gap super small. I put some red silicone in there just to make the string gap a little better and the response a little less crazy. Plus I hate the way those black O-rings would make your string all dirty, and you'd get pieces of rubber actually on your string. But also too, for learning not Eli hops, boingy boing. This is a really good yo-yo because it's basically impossible to miss it. But yeah, it's just fun because it's a responsive yo-yo too. You can do your stop and go tricks, and all that fun stuff. For doing off string, I think a lot of people, most people, if they were gonna get this, they would use it as an off string yo-yo. So let me adjust. I'm gonna get a little shorter string, maybe a little fatter string if I can find one real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I shortened the string, and first off, a lot of the same stuff I said about the 1A can be taken for the 4A. Because it's so big, it's even big for an off string yo-yo, so it makes it real easy to land it on the string, being whip tricks or even just anything where you're popping it up. But like whip tricks are actually like really easy with it. I actually lubed up the bearing with a little of the Monkey Finger Gorilla Lubricant. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, I think if you're first learning off string, like this would be a really, really good yo-yo to first learn it on. Also too, because it's like the hard plastic, you can bounce it off the ground and do like whip tricks like that, or like if you accidentally drop it on the bounce, you could just try to whip it or something. Or you could do like grind tricks even with it. Oh, let me get a better throw. But yeah, like you can totally like even do like grind tricks with it, you know, really good. So I think to today's standards even, this is a good off-string yo-yo. For the 1A, it is kind of like a novelty yo-yo. Definitely check out Tommy Gunn's video that he made in the past, doing all sorts of crazy 1A with this thing, and his wasn't modded at all. So super, super cool. So I think another company needs to make a yo-yo, like a giant yo-yo like this. And yeah, I don't know, I wish YoYoJam was still around, because some of the stuff they did I really like, and this is kind of like my childhood. Like, this is one of the first yo-yos, the first good yo-yos I bought, and I still have it. So I would try to get one of these. I'm actually going to look around, see if I can get a second one of these. And it's really cool because it glows in the dark. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know if there's any like old yo-yos that I have that I've never reviewed. And yeah, I think that'd be cool to do that too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.